Hello everybody, welcome back. Today I got another patch to share for the Behringer Neutron. I've been trying to do a patch like this for a little while now, but it never worked out just exactly as I intended, but this time with a bit of luck and a bit of fine-tuning I got it to work. So we got the Neutron, it's being sequenced by the Arturia Keystep. Effects are provided by the Korg NTS-1, which is pretty awesome, especially for the price. And we are sequencing it via MIDI, which is pretty important because we want to use the assign output, and it only does what we want if we use MIDI. So first I'll go for the basic patch. So we got two oscillators, one on 16, one on 8 foot. We got oscillator sync on, and we got the second oscillator tuned a bit higher. That just gives a bit of an edge to the sound. I'll post the patch sheet in the video description, so you could just set all the knobs as they are and maybe tweak if you want. Especially the frequency cutoff point is pretty important. It's like a bit above 9 o'clock. And I have the assign output set to oscillator 1 pitch CV. So basically the pitch that we send it via MIDI determines the voltage that's coming out of the assign, and that's determining the LFO rate. That's where it's going. So let me just add a bit of mod depth so you can actually hear what's going on. I'll play a few notes. So if we play the C here, you hear the LFO going pretty slowly, a bit faster here, faster. Well, in this octave range, I really like it. In this octave range, it's not so great, but the C's sound pretty awesome. So we have a pattern, something like, let me see if I can play this, because I got a mic on my lap, because it doesn't fit on my desk. It's something like... And these notes just work pretty well with this sound. I've tried it with different notes at different pitches and different octave settings on the synth, and it didn't work out. But yeah, with a bit of luck and a bit of tweaking, this works pretty well. So let me just play it without mod depth turned up. And if we add mod depth, you'll already heard it before. And these two cables are not well, they are plugged in, but they don't affect the sound just quite yet. Basically, we send MIDI gate to the sample and hold clock just to synchronize the sample and hold with the sequence. So every time we hit a note, we get a new random voltage out of this cable, and later we'll use this to determine the cutoff frequency. So yeah, that's basically it. I also tweaked the noise amount, especially when using the sample and hold. Let me just quickly demonstrate. We'll plug in this cable for the frequency mod, and if I now hit play and turn up depth, you can hear a lot of variation in the filter cutoff. And if you also add a lot of noise, you get a whole lot of a bit more of a percussive sound, which I really like. I guess I should also run you through the effects I'm using. A modulation, I just turned it to ensemble, which is really nice. I didn't tweak the settings, I always leave it as it is. That adds a lot of thickness. Then in delay, we set it to stereo delay, and we got this knob here set to, what is it, a little past 1 o'clock. And we start off with pretty low delay depth, and then I crank it up in certain situations, especially when I'm using the sample and hold for the filter. Then you get a lot of variation in how much sound there is, but if you add a bunch of delay, it kind of levels everything out, because if there's not a clear note playing, then there's probably like an echo or a repeat from the earlier note going on. So it makes it sound a bit less empty. And then I got the reverb, I got the Hall reverb, quite low room size and quite high effects depth, I guess is what you would call it. So yeah, and of course I also let's go back to the percussive thing. I also tweak the LFO speed. You can go pretty high with it and get pretty nutty results. It helps if you go super high with the LFO rate, helps if you don't go past 12 o'clock with the resonance. If you keep it at its lowest, then you can go for like 12 o'clock or 1 o'clock, whatever you like. Yeah, it's pretty basically it. Of course, you could tweak with the oscillators, you could tweak the LFO. There's a lot you can change. Yeah, pretty cool. So yeah, I hope you like it. Make sure to let me know if you use it and you do anything with it. If you jam with it, feel free to send me a link. Always like seeing that stuff. And yeah, thanks for watching. Bye bye.